only. Poppy adds to that just a little bit, but I feel like Victor and Jace kind of want to stand back a little bit.
I mean, it's probably going to be tank Jace and he wants to go in, right?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, the Maokai! Something we weren't really thinking of. And now they're still flexing, theoretically.
Yeah, probably is going to end up in the jungle. Not a ton of magic damage, but, you know, there's enough there so that when you're not building any MR, you're going to feel it.
Yep.
And I think ultimately Gen.G have a lot of defensive tools, have a lot of CC set up, a lot of pick potential. They are playing a tank Jace, which is a pretty obnoxious pick, but overall, I think Gen.G should be pretty happy with this. And T1, you're kind of forced into a situation where you kind of have to swap because you're into Varus Elise, but then, you know, it's the Cassante in a swap, which is ideal for him. So I think Gen.G kind of ticking all the boxes they want in this situation.
No, I would agree. I do feel like the Elise support in this Poppy. Let's jump into the rift for game number 1 of T1 versus Gen.G. Gen.G fans, very, very loud, and I think they're going to need it a little bit here moving into game number 1. Duro, very, very cool skin on this Elise as well, might I add, as Canyon's gone for my favorite. Love the graveyard Maokai.
Yeah, real yard vibes.
Oh, yeah. That skin line was my favorite. It's like the first Hallow's End, I think, had Bewitching Nidalee in it as well.
Oh, yeah, classic.
And definitely not Blitzcrank. God, that skin was so good. Anyway, Cocoon going to connect here as Duro is going aggressive. Ruler finding a hail of arrows as well as Smash going to have to go back quite early on in this one. It's going to be a little bit of power, especially with the amount of information given to Gen.G.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be a little bit late. It's not going to make a huge difference, but...
Should be a swap though, right?
Yeah, it should be a swap, but it does mean you're just a little bit late getting the wave. I guess if you're stacking it up anyway and you don't miss any farm, it's not that big of a deal.
Yep.
But yeah, T1 have to swap in the situation. I mean, even though it's like a level 1 fight.
100, 200 gold lead, something like that. And honestly, probably not end of the world, but it's about what it means for mid to late game and whether they can deal with a Keen that could potentially run amok, unless he just straight up dies here.
He's a level and a half up. That's massive. They are looking to dive now.
Yep, Ona going to move in. Let's see what Keen can do. He's staying away from the walls, which is very important. Still, he's just dead. Carrier might be going down, but no. Ona picks up the aggro. And so first blood, a little bit of that feat of strength as they listen to everyone, and they've moved that to the first 3 kills now. If you haven't been watching yesterday or playing the game, that is how things have eventuated. And yeah, Doran has 7 CS.
Yeah. This CS, obviously not ideal.
It's actually so beneficial for Gen.G because they have then the very clear extra power. You can even see it.
Look at the health bar difference.
Squares. Yeah, exactly. It's so silly. And so, yep, contesting these grubs going to be a very, very difficult prospect, and in fact, not something that T1 are going to opt into at all. And Gen.G now have just that natural control of the bottom side because they have that strong laning matchup that we learnt about. Still, Carrier is a whole lot stronger than he would have otherwise been starting this lane off at level 1. And so let's see how T1 are going to be able to navigate it as they look to head down. It is going to be the lethal tempo on the Varus as well. Yep. Most of the time we do see lethality. I love watching Ruler play lethal tempo on hit Varus.
Yep.
So looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do in the mid to late game.
I think it makes a lot of sense. A lot of ability to cut through some of these bulkier targets. You know, Ona, Doran, and Carrier will end up quite bulky, and to be honest, even Faker will be past squishy. And I think the range issue is like some games it's hard to play the on-hit Varus because, you know, you're outranged or you don't have a window really to auto-attack, but, you know, everyone on the enemy team...
Chains of Corruption gets the cleanse. And that is a really nice Cocoon. Carrier taking a lot of damage. Lit on fire now as Duro's chasing after him. The burn, the repel is so good. As Cease and Desist comes down, Duro gonna have to flash over the wall and he will get himself out. Killer Instinct comes down and Canyon was lying in wait. He has to flash out, but Smash should be able to keep himself okay. But Owner is now in trouble. He's flashing over some walls. Everyone nailing the flashes over walls, which is very, very nice. But still, that is a lot of F buttons on cooldown. As Owner is going to get caught by another Cocoon. Duro's kind of all over the place as he actually buys some health there, eating the Ignite with his passive shield. Kind of cute. But Gen.G still will be able to have full control over this grub pit. That should be 6 going their way. And those Void Mites going to prove difficult, especially with Chovy and Keen able to sit in side lanes. And the fact that Ruler can farm from a decent amount of range. Like, you aren't the Lethality Varus, which does farm a little bit more quickly. But at least from range, or safely, I guess I should say. But still, I think that this composition 1-3-1s pretty comfortably if they would like to take that out.
Yeah, for sure. The fact you have the Yone who can be going in the side lane, but also when Cassante gets 6 to River, there's vision control completely in favor of T1.
Oh, Vault Breaker doesn't connect, but there's the cease and desist onto Duro, but he goes up into the sky. There's the Keeper's Vertigo. That gets rid of Ruler, and that means that a sitting Spider there will be taken down by Smash. 3-1 now in kills. That is going to be that feat of strength locked down for T1. Only one more of those to go. And they will be able to claim it. Sandals should be pretty close.
Down, trying to get away. It was like that's his exit plan, but was a little bit late on it, unfortunately. And just not much you could do. At least typically not a target you want to prioritize going for on a Ibai because of the repel, but with no flash, able to just pick up the kill and take him out. But we see that T1 actually end up backing off. They don't have the pressure here, and Gen.G able to set up for this dragon. Duro comes back on the map, and
yeah, that would be evened out feats of strength. So there that goes. Mountain Drake goes down. Next one going to be Hextech. Oh
yeah.
My goodness. Okay.
The big one. Pressure's on. They're bringing out the big dragons for this series.
Actually kind of works in T1's favor as far as being able to get around the map. He's played 182 games competitively. From the stats that I've found here is Duro is dead. In the sky, actually. As now Faker could be suffering the same fate. Chovy moves over, lands that Q as a Chaos Storm. I don't think going to be enough to deter them. Great flash! As the flash is invested there from Chovy as well. Rebinds the soul, gets out just fine. 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day, and everything stays so even. Yeah. Oh, Owner actually looking for an opportunity here, but decides against it. Doesn't have cease and desist, remember. Used that on Duro just earlier.
He's actually, I think, got Chovy there, but he got Unbound Soul.
This is really intense. Least detrimental possible.
He's just a chill guy.
He is a chill guy, 100%. All right, and right now he's chilling, losing this feat of strength towards the bottom side. There is nothing he can really do about that, especially with 0 mana, as Chovy will get a knock-up onto Owner. The ulti going to be missing here is, oh dear! Don't know about that one. They do secure the Rift Herald, but that is a dead Elise once again. Flash forward, Chains of Corruption down, as, oh dear, Smash gonna have to use the ulti and the flash to get himself out of there. Keeper's Verdict gonna be channeled, but Carrier not going to use it, and Smash gets out. Means that they win the kill trade, but once again lose out on the objective.
Yeah, I mean, Duro's just been having a bit of a rough one in this one, but we're seeing the barrel cosplay, trying to go for those night deaths. Chovy not had the best performance, honestly, missing a fair few off those kills. Not the typical thing we see. Hits one there, though. Yep,
gonna be able to land that Q as Keen's moving up. Carrier trying to defend his mid laner. Faker down extraordinarily low. Alcove gaming to come in as the flash goes forward from Keen, goes all out, and Faker is surviving. Phenomenal knockback there from Carrier, and Keen goes down. The unkillable Demon King himself.
He's been clean with it. Keen making a mistake there on the Keen Sante, not with trying to Chovy's looking though. I think he has the kill.
There's a great knock-up, able to secure it with the Unbound Soul, return damage.
You know, maybe so that's it.
It's a game of just 1-for-1s all over the place. I mean, it's probably not saying it at the top of your screen right there, as the 6-3 is putting it in favor of T1, but it feels like these trades are so even.
Yeah, and they're going to see Dragon on the bot side coming out. We see Chovy doing a fair bit to Doran, but you know, with the context of that last play, maybe it's not Chovy missing. It's just Fake able to pick up kills in these situations, but it's resulted in him being ahead of the curve. And considering, you know, we talked about how they have to swap, the bot lane 2v2 was weaker. We've seen Duro punish a lot of value, but this is a squishy Poppy, and Chovy is 6 levels up. Oh,
well, there's the knock-up onto Doran. He can rebind that soul, but I don't know whether he can do it in time. He just explodes. And now, teleport coming in from Gen.G, but they're 4 versus 5. Keen going to come down. Otacon still just hanging out in this tri-brush, getting aggressive. Control ward going to stop that ward from doing anything at all. As T1, they're going to try their hand at it.
Yeah, they need 30 seconds for Chovy up, and then he has TP, so the longer they stall, the better.
Yep, Grasping Root's going to be invested here as Keeper's Verdict coming down as well. Gets rid of Keen, and now Canyon going to have to try and push them away. He's relatively tanky, but maybe not tanky enough as Ruler standing his ground. The Chaos Storm is so much damage, and Smash dives in! Canyon trying to survive, but it's 2 kills for the Kai'Sa already, and the heroic charge into the turret. Keen goes down, triple kill for this Kai'Sa. And Smash, yeah, I mean, he was down in CS, that doesn't matter even a little bit. 1.6k ahead, 7-0-1.
There's the payoff. You saw the play starting to turn in favor of T1, but when Smash flew in, he just decimated Gen.G. Now, Chovy's hovering, but I don't think there's much you can do here. He's trying something.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to back away. I think Gen.G making a mistake there. Obviously, Chovy overestimates his ability to tank that damage. Ends up getting bursted out. But I think what happened after was honestly the bigger mistake. Oh, he's looking for Smash.
Yeah, well, Smash
Is Smash.
is Smash. He's actually going to be fine. Oh my god, okay. Well, he's going to be sent home. 200 gold going over to Chovy with the buffed Otacon.
Overcommit. It's a great ult from Carrier out the fog of war. And at that point, it's already too late. And now, Gen.G are hovering around Dragon, but T1 have the buff. This is dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Doran over here to the side, Carrier close to him as well, and Doran just dives in the engaged Jace! There's a Chaos Storm wreaking havoc, and Ruler is dead already, 2 of them sent home, but no one dead just yet. Chovy gonna be executed by this gigantic Kai'Sa. King not enough against Smash! And Dura gonna have to flash to get out of the way, Ona chasing after him. As FAKER, will he be able to land it? There it is, just a Q. Of course he can land that, that one's targeted. And Canyon running for the hills. Doran just going to make sure that he cannot contest this dragon, and maybe he'll just kill him as well. The last man standing on the side of Gen.G, and that could be a clean ace if they killed him. They don't even need to, though.
I mean, Smash has just been so good in the cleanup, but also Doran just charging at Ruler, deciding, I'm just going to jump on you, there's nothing you can do. And the truth is,
0-0-10.
there's nothing to do. Yeah, he's
from like the worst start we've ever seen.
He's doing so well. He's getting so much value on this Jace pick. Remember, it was the first pick, and it is paying off for sure. T1 don't actually finish the dragon. They're like, hey, we're just going to head straight to Baron. We'll take that. Canyon has no flash. Is there with the smite.
All right, Canyon.
He's not there with the smite anymore.
He's not there with the smite. The smite is no longer an available thing. 2,000 health, T1 just being slow with it, as that piercing arrow not like the others. And so that's Ona locking down the Baron. So Baron, they deny the, that
damage, but it results in him going down. And then Smash here.
Yep. Smash going out, kill unit.
They're in range to hit you, and that goes a lot better for them.
Well, Chovy could be in trouble here as he does dash back, avoids the Vault Breaker very nicely, gets a knock up onto Ona, but they're just going to continue the siege, and they may as well. Brambles coming on in, and it is going to lock down Ona. He gets Mikhail's there immediately as the ulti's going to catch out Carrier, so he's likely to go down. But Canyon finds himself pretty lonely at the front of this fight. Keen going to try and tank for him as Twisted Advance does bring the Jace forward, but he's not a target that you really want to be fighting. They need to try and kill Smash, who dives into the backline and looks for Ruler. He goes golden. Duro is so close to being okay, but Chovy's out of there. Cannot fight anymore. A 3 for 3. Honestly good for Gen.G, but they're not going to be able to keep their base alive.
They just can't take down Smash. FAKER gets a mega Arcane Storm as well. 5-1-9 now in the victor, and Chovy with no ult. Duro as well, who's super weak at the moment. There's no way that like the Varasol or the Valkyrie he's won in the fight itself.
Oh, Keen going to be able to at least get rid of a fair bit of that CC.
And I mean, this is one of the powers of Poppy as well, is that you can just wind up the ult and just drop it. And now Carrier's going to have it again in like a few seconds. Just the pressure of threatening that on a Keen, tower taken, more gold. Ruler still clearing the wave in mid. Feeling kind of insurmountable. And the question is, like, if you want to engage from Gen.G.
Out of it, no worries there at all. Let's see whether there is going to be a fight for this dragon or whether Gen.G will cut their losses and just fight for the Baron, which I think is the more immediate threat right now. Ruler
the way it's tagged there, I was thinking, is he going?
Yeah, I know. Jonah Strong really making sure that we're on our toes here as, all right, not a lot of wind up there from Carrier, but just says goodbye, Keen Sante. Down goes Chovy once again. Ruler trying to do his best here as they manage to take down Doran. He flashes over, but now he's out of the fight. Keen just trying to keep himself alive. And yeah, he goes all out, locks onto Smash here as best he can, but just pops like a balloon. Good night, Gen.G. All of them taking a little bit of a nap here. Duro and Ruler out of there. They may as well just not be participating. And T1 looking to end this game number 1 with a bang.
See if Gen.G can try and clear the wave, but with a super minion, I don't think it's going to be possible. T1 still have so much threat. Carry has flash. If Ruler miss positions, you can just get wall slammed. Yeah,
he has to make sure he stands as far back as possible. Gravity well goes down. Carrier just trying to grab him. There's the flash heroic charge. That was gorgeous by Carrier. His Poppy clean as ever. And down goes the Nexus. But 13-0 for the young man Smash. Certainly looking still exceptionally good here in the LCK Cup.
Smash had a fantastic game and played really well, and likely going to be people's front runners.